Out of the night that covers me, black as pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It may not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Invictus by ERNEST HENLEY. I first heard Invictus nearly 20 years ago in high school, my freshman year. I always find it how amazing it is how your adolescence growing up has such a significant impact on your life. Everything that you learn, positive and negative. And it's, as being in my 30s, I'm 33 years old, it's fascinating and interesting to me how life comes full circle. Me being 33 years old, 20 years basically from freshman year in high school, I find that a lot of the stuff that I learned has so much more meaning now, because now everything has a much more specific context with all my life experience. So I wanted to share this poem with you because it's important to me, and it says a lot, and it has a much more deeper meaning than it did when I first heard it. Because that clutch stance, what does he say in the poem? That in the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Our clutch of circumstance changes from year to year, decade to decade. Another thing I'm going to share with you is, so there'll be a link for this poem in case you want to have it for your reference, or you want to look at it or share it or whatever. A really great comic I saw on Reddit is called The Gift of Life, words by Chris Hardwick. He's someone famous or popular on some podcast video game show. It's called The Nerdist. But anyways, I'll read some of they use the words inside a comic, and it's pretty cool. And check the link, take a look at the pictures, but I'm going to just read it here. You absolutely own your mind. It's yours. This is part of the gift of life, thing that you get in exchange for never having asked to be born. You are the proprietor of your thoughts and feelings, and you choose how you frame the many experiences that form the campus of your personality. It's weird. It's a weird and glorious moment of self-awareness, the day you realize that you are the warden, rather than the prisoner of your own emotions. The interesting thing about our minds is that if we don't actively seize control of them, they default to autopilot. And there's a bunch of pictures here. When you don't take an aggressive role in shaping your own thoughts, feelings, and perceptions, you become a helpless passenger floating through the universe like a ghost ship, merely reacting to wherever it takes you. Awesomely, you don't have to go along with it. This is Chris Hardwick. It's from his book, and says a lot. It actually speaks a lot to what the poem is that you have total control over how you feel. There's always circumstance, and everyone goes through rough patches and has issues and bad days, but you just have to be reminded, or remind yourself, that you have total control of shaping your life and shaping your day. And even though it's negative, it starts shitty, or it's just you hit a bad hiccup, you still have full control. And it's realizing that you have this thing called freedom, you have this thing called free will, and you need to exercise it. I often succumb to my own demons, my own thoughts that kind of wreck me, and they affect what I do during the day, positive or negative. So what I do to kind of stay positive is, well, one, making these videos make a big impact on how I feel. Reading content, the stuff that I read today that I'm sharing with you has a big impact on how I feel. Listening to podcasts, listening to books, and just sharing, creating, and trying to provide value. This is kind of what it means to give. I guess in a sense, I am giving. I'm learning that I'm giving my time. But it may sound selfish when I say that, but how should I say this? I'm not totally altruistic Hope I said that word right. I'm doing this for my own reasons. It's for my own benefit. And in the process, I truly hope that you benefit from it. Check the links in the description. I think they're great resources to look back on because they're quick reads. And there's great pictures and great illustrations in the comic about those Chris Hardwick words. Anyways, leave a comment. Click like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Share my video. Help me grow my channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video.